Today I'm going to show you 5 vegetables that you can grow in winter that will grow as long as the ground is not frozen. 1 is cauliflower, 2 is garlic, 3 is broccoli, 4 is parsley, and 5 is escarole. First vegetable that we can grow in winter is escarole, which is a bitter Italian lettuce that actually sweetens in winter. Here is escarole. You notice the head is just starting to form in the middle, but the plant really wants to be huge. These outer leaves actually have more antioxidants and more protective polyphenols than the inner leaves, which are a little sweeter, because these leaves have had to fight off disease and predators. I'm going to show you an easy way to identify parsley and then show you how it goes into seed so that you can actually use it as a protective vegetable as well as one you can eat. So this parsley is a volunteer. It is healthy and vibrant. You see it's growing from the middle. It's been mulched with straw, as I mulch all my annual vegetables, because the straw decomposes over time and becomes food for the plant. It would like to flower from the middle, and here's one that already is flowering. So that seed traveled to this next door planter and then became a flower as well. You notice the flower is a little cluster, and that cluster is called an umbel. This is an umbelliferous vegetable that forms an umbrella-like shaped cluster of seeds, which is attractive to beneficial insects. So you want umbelliferous vegetables. These tiny seeds will then become another plant, and the plant makes so many of them because they are hard to germinate. So I always buy parsley seedlings when I don't have volunteer parsley. Third winter vegetable, broccoli. This is actually a cultivar broccoli called Romanesco, which has those gorgeous fractals. Broccoli starts like this. This little seedling is in between the carrots, so that's a good principle to have. You use the soil below the ground and the soil above the ground to create broccoli or Romanesco. This seedling is no more than 2 weeks old. Here it is in a similar form after 2 months. See how it becomes huge? And in the middle, because this is a Romanesco, you will begin to see cauliflower. Not yet, but all of these leaves are edible. It will take another couple of months for the head to form. Normally, these are thrown away. This, however, we will compost these instead because they're pretty tough to eat. Fourth winter vegetable that grows easily, garlic. Let me show you what it looks like after you've planted a clove. I planted all these cloves by hand about 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago. And right at the base of this is just a normal garlic clove with the point pointing up and the root potential pointing down. Let's see if we can find what that looks like. Look how deep that is. It's just down under the surface, maybe 2 inches. And right there are the tiny little roots of the garlic just emerging from this plant, which will eventually form a head. Every garlic clove is a potential head, and that's what you want. This is a cauliflower that I planted several months ago. It is growing in winter. I didn't plant it in winter. I planted it in fall. But I want to show you how well it's doing and how well it can be expected to do during the winter. This cauliflower is now about 2 feet tall inside of a wine planter, a half barrel that's 30-gallon barrel. You can see that some of its lower leaves are a little bit anemic, actually low in nitrogen, but it's still drawing lots of nutrition from below, which has been heavily mulched, and will form in the middle a cauliflower that we will eat in several months, maybe 3 months. But in the meantime, it's putting out all of this protection, which is why it is such a powerful vegetable. These leaves actually are very high in polyphenols and antioxidants and protective chemicals, which you get when you eat it. It doesn't require care except for compost every month and water it in.